offline, so I came back. I was talking about the flood relief earlier. I think I have talked a lot about it. So if anybody, for whatever reason, want to help, I already really said talk a lot about it, right? As I said, we will go in our own capacity. So if anyone want to help, they can come with us for whatever reason. But today I just want to talk about the international news, the news which concern most of us and all the community. Okay, let's see something here. Biden. Okay. Okay, guys. We already talked about the situation in KPK, the flood affected area. Behind me is my banner, such talk. But today, I want to talk now internationally. And what? So, there was a meeting between Donald Trump and the Vladimir Putin. I didn't make any video about it because I was so busy because of the effect of the rain. तो अभी मैं थोड़ा बहुत पे बात करना चाहूँगा और वो ये कि who won the Alaska summit? Who won it basically? It was, and remember I told you that these are two giants of this world, and we don't see any Muslim country to be to have any power and to get involved in this kind of situation. But who won the Alaska summit? That is an important question. And the summit, which was between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin on the, I guess, 15 2025. I made some slide and some research on my own. The first key highlights is that there's no ceasefire. I mean, Donald Trump wanted a ceasefire, but there was no ceasefire agreed upon. So while there were talk, no formal ceasefire or concrete peace deal was reached, Trump emphasized afterward that there is no deal until there is a deal. So basically, there is a meeting. Remember, I already talked about the flood relief situation in Pakistan. In one of my live video, you can watch there if anybody is interested. If anybody want to help, so they can help, right? But right now, I want to talk about the summit international news. Even though I said so many times that these are two giants of the world, America and Russia, and there is no Muslim country. Like, this is so irony. The irony of the Muslim country is that there is no one. So these two people are deciding the fate of the country, of the world actually. Not only Ukraine, but the Middle East. I will come to the Middle East now in some time. But many analysts and Russian officials portrayed the summit as a diplomatic win for Putin. Yes, this is a win for Putin because everybody thought that Russia is isolated, but Putin proved that he is not isolated, but he can go to America and meet one of the strongest person in the world, the American president. I mean, that is a win for him, right? A Russian lawmaker called it confirmation of Russia's desire for peace, long-term and fair. Commentator noted that Putin achieved several wins. Notably Trump shifting direction to negotiating a broader peace deal rather than a ceasefire, first aligning with a long-standing Russian preference. So basically, Donald Trump agreed with whatever the Putin said. It's so crazy, and nobody actually talking about it, right? People think that they meet and there's no ceasefire, but actually they win by for the Russia. This is, and as an opinion piece from the Guardian asserted that from a strategic standpoint, Putin came out on top with the Europe and Ukraine potentially placed in a more perilous position as a result. So Putin is, yeah, it is still very important. You see, why is it important? Because these two people are deciding the fate of the world, not only in Ukraine, but the Middle East. Remember what is Israel doing in the Gaza, right? It is because the Russia is backing Israel. So it's very important. Even though today, right now, while we are talking, the Russians have attacked the Ukrainian, and that is one of the worst attack. So what does it prove? It proves that Putin is not changing his stance. And it proved that if you want to survive in this world, you have to be strong. Otherwise, the American is like a shark; they will just eat you, right? And what happened to Gaza, right? I mean, I'm just gonna tell you something really sad about Gaza, because you just asked that does it matter? So let me tell you. Just now, while we are talking, Israel killed at least 21 in Gaza at Hamas approved ceasefire proposal. 21 people they just killed right now, and 84 people, or maybe 93, they killed yesterday, not because of bombing but starvation. And a family, like a family of 4 people, there was a 20-year-old girl, they were rescued by Italian. I don't know why this is so much European hypocrisy. Like, you let hundred and thousand of people died, and then you rescue a family. But even then, there was a 20-year-old girl who died of malnutrition in Italy. And then there's the news that the British is saying that they will take a group of 30 to 50 kids from Palestine, and they will actually take them into Britain to help them, right? But the hypocrisy is that you are taking 30, 50 children, Palestinian children, to be evacuated from Gaza to Britain for medical treatment, but you let so many people die by providing weapons to Israel. For that reason, it's matter that America shouldn't be the only superpower in this world. I mean, Russia is very important, and similarly, China is very important, because you see, because of the unipolar world, so many problems happen. Like what happened in Gaza. I mean, this is the land of the native people, and some European settlers are coming and telling them to get out of their land. And if you're not getting out, they're killing them. I mean, just one day ago, there's something which I really wanted to brought, and which will show you the mentality of the Israelis. There is an Israeli general. You know what he said? He said now and then, like maybe after every 6 months, it is important that we do a Nakba. Look at what he said. The fact there are already 50,000 dead in Gaza is necessary. Look at the mentality of these people. 50,000 dead is necessary and required for the future generation. There is no choice. They need a Nakba every now and then to feel the consequences. You know who said? Former head of Israel military intelligence, Aaron Haliva. He said the fact that there are already 50,000 dead in Gaza is necessary and required for future generation. There is no choice. They need a Nakba every now and then to feel the consequences. I mean, a lot of people will be watching and they will be like, what's going on? Like, how? But you see, it's like someone come to your house and they tell you, listen, about 100 years ago, my grandfather was living in your house, so you need to get out. And if you say, no, I'm not getting out, they're like, okay, why? What? You're not getting out? I have power. I have so many people behind me, so, I will let you get out. This is crazy stuff, So this is the crazy stuff, going on right now. So this is the important thing which I really wanted to talk about, right? But what is the crazy thing is that when the Putin and President Trump met, right? A lot of people thought Trump will do blah blah blah, but nothing happened. And today attack on the Ukrainian is so bad. I think it's one of the worst attack I have seen so far. One of the worst attack. And it's crazy, man. I'm serious. It's just so crazy. Most of the time, but anyway, today is different. Most of the time, I talk about Middle East. Today, I talk something about the flood relief in KPK, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, one of the provinces of Pakistan. There has been massive flood, which have killed more than 360 people, and 100 is still missing. So I appeal everyone that if they can help, they should help. People are really in need of water, medical treatment like medicine, the kids' food, clothes, tents. A lot of things are needed, right? we will be helping them in our own capacity. But if anybody want to help or whatever from anywhere, right, they can message me, and we will provide them all the required detail, and the procedure will totally be online. If anybody want to travel, they can still travel with us. We will be helping those people affected by the flood through a channel. One of my channels is called at Mr. Uh, most, we will be actually helping in our personal capacity. Our team have collected the money and we will go. But if anybody from outside want to help, they are mostly welcome. Okay. Okay, so like I said, mostly I talk about Gaza, but I just want to talk that the UN, the United Nations, is just a dummy body. Honestly, you all know, right? It's just a dummy body, and or that it's just a dummy body. The UN is just a dummy body. They say the 383 aid workers killed last year, nearly half in Gaza. 383 people were killed. By who? By IDF, Israel Defense Forces. The highest number of attack on aid worker was Palestinian territory, followed by Sudan and the UN. And nobody is saying nothing to them. I don't know how they are so strong. If anybody is watching it and they understand it, they can comment. I mean, obviously, I know and I have read so many books. I will, in my future live podcast or videos, I will talk. I mean, if anybody want to join us live, they can tell me. We can talk live about different news or political commentary. But right now, I just want to talk about what happened in Ukraine. You see, the United States is a very weird country. If you are their friend, a good friend, and they will actually try to destabilize you. But if you are a strong enemy, then they will become your friend because they know that you cannot fight with them, right? So, for example, the US would help assure Ukraine's security in a peace deal, Trump said Zelensky. But anyone who is trusting Trump is doing so bad. You cannot trust Trump. President Trump told President Volodymyr Zelensky that the United States would help Ukraine's security in any deal to end Russian war there, though the extent of any assistance was not immediately clear. Like, what kind of help will they do? And there is a column that say either peace or war. The Russians are very clear in their stance. The Russians are like, you know what? We are not helping. We are not stopping this war. You can say whatever you want. We are not stopping this war. Okay, so Pakistani villagers scared to go back to delocked homes after flood killed over 340 people. The people are scared to go back home.
Deluge.
Okay, guys. So Pakistani villagers scared to go back to deluged home after flood killed 340 people. I already discussed in a previous video about it, but it's a very important factor, an important thing right now because it really affected me emotionally. It is in yesterday was heavy raining in my area, and we had that scare that flood may come, but thank God there was no such situation. But in this those area, there is homes and everything. They got really destroyed. Um, I'll just read the news and I will show you the footage then. Say Pakistan, residents of the northern Pakistani district were devastated. Flood have killed more than 200 people, said on Monday. They were too scared to go back to their deluged home as authorities warn for more rain to come, more rains to come. And everybody is scared. Children are scared. They cannot sleep, said Sahil Khan, a 24-year-old university student. He was speaking to Reuters team after a rooftop in the district of Bunir, where he and 15 other villagers had climbed to escape any more flooding and a fresh spell of rain. Sahil Khan. I will just unmute it. I'm just trying to unmute it so you people can see it, and I will just show it as well. I mean, there is an air right now. Let's skip this, and then you can see this.
Design the perfect voice for your brand with 11 letters. We don't want to enter our homes. Everyone is scared. When we came back to our homes last night, we were afraid that the rain and flood would enter our houses again. Children are scared. People cannot sleep in their homes.
People cannot sleep in their homes. They were in the whole night fearing the flood would hit their house again.
When they saw the water gushing, they exited their houses and climbed up the hills. Now they're all up on the hills. They emptied their houses as the flow of water increased.
Save time creating content and generate a high-quality clone of your voice with 11 Labs. Design the perfect voice for your brand with 11 Labs. Change the way you record podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content with the #1 AI-powered voice-generating technology. Stop searching for the perfect voice and stop wasting time re-recording take after take.
So basically, right now,
And start elevating
I'm just trying the people to watch this news, but it's very hard for them to read it. I just want to show it, right? This green. Let me remove this green screen. I'm done with that. No green screen, right? Okay, no green screen because I want to show you the video. I just want to show you the video, the flood affected video. That so many people have died and the house have been vanished, destroyed. And look at this video.
What exactly is a
Look.
cloudburst?
Outburst is very simply a burst of rain.
Jimmy Chan is a professor at the School of Energy and Environment at City University of Hong Kong. When warm, moist air rises rapidly, it causes water vapor to condense into large droplets and sometimes even form ice. This process creates storm clouds.
So when there's lots of water coming in the thunderstorm, then it comes down in a relatively short period of time. So it looks like a burst. So that's why it's called outburst.
These intense downpours often cause flash floods as rivers and drainage systems cannot cope with the sudden volume of water. In many areas,
So as I showed you, one of the report by the Reuters, so many people have died in that crowd. But we are going, inshallah, and if anybody want to help, they can comment. If anybody want to help, they can comment. We will share our numbers, our EasyPesa number or our account number. Not only that, the distribution will be, it will be a hard process. It's not easy, but we will do it, inshallah, and we will reach to people. We will provide them the food, shelter, water, and all the necessary things available.
cities, heat retention, human activity, and air pollution further boost storm formation, making urban areas
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
vulnerable to heavy downpours.
This, you see, the people cannot go back to their houses because they think, and you know what? They're right because there is a prediction that there is more water. There will be more cloud burst, so people cannot go to their houses, you know. And for that reason, this is getting very bad.
While short-term forecasts are possible,
While short-term forecasts are possible, short-term forecast is possible, there is a big chance that there will be flood coming and there will be more devastation. So because of that, people are sleeping in the outdoor. We need tent for those people. We need so many things, you know, and it's not an easy job. I mean, there's so many camps and so many things, but still, you know, how much we help. So for that reason, the more people turn out for helping, it's very, very important. اوس خبردار چې زیات دا ویډیو چې دا ما د اکثر خلک وی دا ویډیو ته په پښتو کې ولې نه جوړې نو په پښتو کې دا ویډیو نه جوړو چې زیات تر چې کم کسٹمر دی یا کم چې اډینس دی اکچولی هغه د بل علاقو دی یار په کې پی کې یا په مردان کې موږ د بیس یو نو یا خدا چینل پروموټ کیږي نو فور وات ایور ریزن آی ډونټ نو یا خلک دا ګوري نه یا انټرست نه دي خلک به خبرو کې انټرست نه دي چې را پغه دا کیسه کیږي پغه دا قتل عام کیږي خلک به خبرو کې انټرست نه دي پغه دا کې هیومانیټریان کرایسس دی پغه دا کې نن 21 کسان شهیدان شوي دي ماشومان پکې شهیدان کیږي او دلته پورن سټارویشن دی پمین دی دلته قحط دی دغه چې د یو طرف د سمندر دی دلته ایجیپټ دی دلته لبنان دی دلته لبنان دی بل طرف ته دلته جورډن دی هغه د لار نه کولاوي تمام ملکونه دي لار نه کولاوي نو دا اکثر خلک وایي چې تا چینل ګرو کیږي نو او وات ایور نو بس نه ګرو شي ګرو کیږي خو بالا چینل بالا ګرو کیږي چې کله دا تا هغه ټاپک باندې خبرې کوي چې خلک پای کې انټرست دي دغه په هغه ټاپک باندې خبرې کوم خلک کې انټرست یې خو نه بټ I will continue my effort to talk about Middle East ته دا وګوره کله کې په دغه کې په امریکا کې په الاسکا کې پوتن او ډونالد ټرمپ ملاقات کړی دی अब ما خلکو وی یار او ته طارق پټان سره ویډیو ولې نه جوړه I mean دا ډیفرنٹ ټاپکس دي دا ډیفرنٹ ریسرچ دی هغه I mean هی دی هارد ورک ما ته دومره ټایم نشته دا خو صرف هغه ټایم کې ویډیو جوړوم لکه نن دی وخت ما ټایم ملو شوی دی ډیټ ټایم کې زیاتره زما ویډیو چې دی هغه څه په نایټ کې جوړوم او بل هغه ریسرچ پکا هغه ریسرچ هغه کم کوي هغه اون های لیول نو ما ته دومره ټایم نه چې دا هغه ریسرچ کوم هغه نیوز پیدا کوم دا ټول او بل دا چې یو سپورټ For example, دا خبره کوم دا نیوز شیر کوم نو چې کله سپورټ نو سړی ویره چې اوکې دی یو نو there is support for this news people دا نیوز خو خاینو بدوم نور خبره پای کوم وجود people خلک چې هغه دا نه چینل دغه به کې ویو به کې او سبسکرایب کوي نه لایک کوي نه شیر کوي نه کمنټ نه کوي چې را په دې ټاپک باندې خبره کول دی په کم ټاپک باندې خبره کول پکار دي او تقریبا دا درېمه ویډیو دا مسلسل ما په پلیټ ریلیز باندې وکړه او زیاتره چې کوم د اډینس ګورم په لای باندې هغه بار ملکونو والا دي then how can I talk in Pashto a lot of people tell me that right अभी मैं पश्तो में बात कैसे करूँगा कि जो ऑडियंस मेरे चैनल पे आते हैं वो दूसरे ममालिक से होते हैं या ज़्यादातर पंजाब से होते हैं या कराची से होते हैं वो तो पश्तो नहीं समझते हैं for that reason अगर मैं अभी पश्तो में बात करूँगा तो वो लोग अभी obviously वो आएंगे फिर वापस चले जाएंगे यानी ये सब कुछ के लिए एक डिटेल एक सपोर्ट चाहिए अगर आप सपोर्ट फराहम करेंगे इस चैनल को या इस चैनल के जो टीम को देन ऑब्वियसली वो दे विल वर्क हार्ड वो यहाँ पर न्यूज़ को भी निकालेंगे वो प्रॉपर अरेंजमेंट भी करेंगे लेकिन अगर सपोर्ट ही ना हो तो ऑब्वियसली हमारे यानी वी आर नॉट फुल टाइम यूट्यूबर्स राइट वी आर पार्ट टाइम यूट्यूबर बिकॉज वी हैव वर्क वी हैव टू फीड आवर फैमिली वो मुझे सपोर्ट नहीं मिला भी مزه مطلب دا چې موږ به ډېر لکه هغه موږ هغه افرټ نشو ورکولی په دې چینل باندې ځکه چې دلته موږ کارونه کوو دا کوو هو مونږ دا چینل ګرو شي یا د مونږ دا فول ټایم جاب شي یا د مونږ چې مونږ کم چې د مونږ اودینس یا د مونږ کم چې ایریا کې خلک دي موږ سپورټ راکړي نو دین obviously موږ به یو ټیم هم پراپرلی د مونږ به ریسرچ هم پراپرلی د مونږ به ایډیټینګ هم پراپرلی هر څه باندې خو کیش لګي پیسې لګي دا موږ یو عام بجټ کې دا رینګ ماګسټر یو تقریبا د 2016 لیپټاپ چې کله نیویارک یو ما هغه وخت ما دا لیپټاپ اخیستی و ونډو 10 والا انټل کور i7 او بس دا یو موبایل دی یو ورګه غونډه ایکسټینډ یا بل د ماګسټر په 1500 روپیا باندې نو دا خو سپورټ سره کیږي سپورټ شنه نو چینل هو ګرو کیږي نه او دا تخلق اکثر وی چې چینل ویو نه راځي دا نه راځي وی بس څنګه راشي او کوم چې موږ ټاپک باندې خبر کوو هغه پاپولر ټاپک نه دی پیپل خلق دا ټاپک وایي چې لکه څنګه چې حقیقتي وي بس آپ یقین جانیے کہ تھرڈ ورلڈ وار آ رہی ہے یا څنګه چې حقیقتي والا وي وہ تو موږ آسان ان ریئلسٹک خبر هم نشو کولای چې تھرڈ ورلڈ وار آ رہا ہے ابھی تو آیا نہیں ابھی وہ I mean پچھلے 3-4 سالوں سے وہ کہہ رہا ہے کہ تھرڈ ورلڈ وار آ رہا ہے حقیقتي وی سملرلی اس ٹاپک پر بھی بات کرنا بہت مشکل ہے ابھی میں ویڈیو دیکھ رہا تھا تو ہماری ابھی وہ ٹاپک پہ بات کر رہی تھی کہ لاہور میں ایک کنسرٹ ہوا تھا جس میں کچھ عجیب سے نخرے ہوئے تھے یو نو اینڈ ٹرانسجینڈر کی ویڈیو تھی وہ جو جس طرح ہیلووین پہ جو یورپین کنٹریز لیکن یہاں پر ٹرانسجینڈر تھے اینڈ دے ور لائک ڈانسنگ کر رہے تھے اینڈ the way they were doing it was so bad there was satanic writing and there was one eye there and ابھی ہماری ابھی کی ویڈیو میں دیکھ رہا تھا تو ابھی یہ پاپولر ٹاپک ہے لیکن ابھی پرابلم یہ ہے کہ اس ٹاپک پہ بات کرنے کے لیے بھی ریسرچ کی ضرورت ہے لیکن یہاں پر ہمارے ساتھ اتنے وسائل نہیں ہے ریسورسز نہیں ہے کہ ہم وہ ریسرچ کر سکیں ابھی میرے ساتھ ایک بندہ ہے تو وہ بیچارہ بھی کام پہ گیا ہوا ہے اینڈ دین آئی ول ڈو مائی ورک ایز ویل ابھی میں کام پہ آیا ہوں پھر کام پہ جاؤں گا تو ان سب کے لیے ریسرچ کی ضرورت ہے اور ریسرچ کے لیے سپورٹ کی ضرورت ہے لیکن وہ سپورٹ جو کہ ہمیں چاہیے پشتو چینل کے لیے یا اردو چینل کے لیے یا for that reason انگلش چینل کے لیے we are not getting that support. There are so many people watching this channel, there are views but they are not subscribing and for that reason there is no support so we cannot do the research. We are part-time YouTuber because we know that if we give so much time to this YouTube channel or and people are not supporting us and they're not providing their feedback or subscribing, I mean obviously it will not cost you any money if you subscribe this channel. But it will help us, it will motivate us to do more research, right? But people are, you know, like, I don't know, people just come and if you think that we should talk on a particular topic, then obviously you should comment. You should subscribe, you should comment. We will do our absolute research and provide you with absolutely up-to-date knowledge about any topic. Maybe in my next video, I will talk about different books we study, different website we go through. It's so hard work, you know, but no one realize that. People think that you are just sitting in front of the camera and you are just talking about baatein kar rahe hain camera ke samne बैठ कर लोग कहते हैं आप फैसल वराइज की तरह बातें क्यों नहीं करते. फैसल वराइज is a well established journalist. उसकी एक टीम है तो वो टीम उसको होमवर्क प्रोवाइड करता है and then he talk. अभी मेरे साथ एक फॉर एग्जाम्पल अभी मेरे साथ मेरी टीम ने रिसर्च करके मुझे होमवर्क प्रोवाइड कर दी. देन मैं कर सकता हूँ कि क्यूरियस फेलोज. बात यह है कि पुतिन और ट्रम्प के दरमियान जो मुलाकात हुई थी उसमें कौन जीता कौन हारा. पुतिन के लिए हर लिहाज से एक जीत था, एक विन था, क्योंकि वो तो एस्टेब्लिश करना चाहता कि ही इज़ नॉट अलोन. क्योंकि सारी दुनिया तो कह दिया था कि दे आर अलोन एंड दे आर सैंक्शन, लेकिन उसने प्रूव कर दिया कि ही कैन गो टू अमेरिका एंड ही कैन मीट द अमेरिकन प्रेसिडेंट इवन दो ही हैज ICJ वारंट. Of course, if you have a research, if you have a team, if you have a media team, if you have a team who can do editing and all these things, then you can do whatever you want. I mean, obviously, we cannot do like all these YouTubers do. I mean, first of all, that is very stupid, whatever the Ducky Bhai do or other YouTubers do anyway. We want to talk about more serious topic because in this country, we need to have a serious discussion instead of just stupid discussion, you know. Anyway, my video is going to a time limit of 30. And it's 2:44 right now, so I have to go because I'm, like I said, I do not have a lot of time. Because if you guys provide me with the support I need, believe me, I will be a better researcher than you can imagine. Until next time, I will take leave and take care. Bye.